In the next couple lessons, we're going to talk about what actually is a cryptocurrency and the foundation underneath that, which is the blockchain that's associated with it. Now, if you're familiar with cryptocurrency and blockchain, feel free to skip ahead past these two lessons. I just want to make sure that folks that need that real basis of understanding or that foundation or maybe a review have that, because I think that's very, very important when you're trading. It's important to know what you're trading and how it all kind of works. But if you skip ahead, that's perfectly fine. I won't know, so it's okay. All right, let's get started. So what is cryptocurrency? So it's really just a digital version of money, right? It's all electronic, it's digital, where the transactions are all done online, right? It's all virtual, there's nothing physical. You can't really hold a Bitcoin in your hand. You might see pictures and graphics of coins. They might look like little cold coins with a B on it for Bitcoin, but there actually is no such things as physical Bitcoin because it's a cryptocurrency, it's a digital asset. And the first ever digital currency, of course, was Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin is such a brand name, why it's on so many exchanges and why it's so famous is people are familiar with Bitcoin. And a lot of people, when they think of cryptocurrency, they don't necessarily think about that as much. They think, Bitcoin. So that's the brand name behind it. So there are many different types of traditional or what you would call fiat currency, right? There's dollars or pounds or euros or rupees or yens or pesos, or you can just keep going, all these different types of currencies. In the same token, there are many different types of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two biggest, but you have Ripple, Cardano, a lot of other different types of cryptocurrencies that you can trade with. So that's very interesting that way. So similar to fiat currency in that way. But there's some differences too with regular, what we call fiat or regular money. So if we think about fiat money, like dollars or rupees and that kind of stuff, you need third parties or middlemen that we trust to facilitate and improve our transactions, right? Things like governments regulate and manage it, banks, accountants, they're all kind of involved, investment type things get involved too around that. And we call these trusted third parties they're all part of it, and we call them part of a centralized system. Now, one of the challenges with a centralized system in our history is, and why cryptocurrency came from nowhere, was there's always questions about how trustworthy are these different governments and systems. Some governments we know are not very trustworthy at all, right? And anytime you add a middleman on top of that, there's always some costs in there. There's always some cost of delay or transaction cost, or maybe just cost to manage money, for example. There's fees and things. So there's a middleman cost, and there was a wondering, is there a better way? Is there a better way than this centralized system? And there was. It was the search for a more decentralized system, and that's where cryptocurrency kind of came from, is the idea of leveraging a decentralized system. And what was the decentralized system? Well, that's what we're going to learn about in the next lesson, which is called the blockchain. And we're going to learn about what is the blockchain.